Hey guys, Vicious here. Today we're talking about the Tavern of Legends quest. It is 10 levels. The object of the quest and the rules of the quest are this. You may only use one character the entire quest length. So if you use this setup below, one Bane, and the 3 greens, you cannot use those heroes again. That's the rule of the quest. There are 10 levels. They get significantly harder from 1 to 10, so they scale up. I think they start at like 2100 or something low like that, all the way up to like 4600, and it keeps getting harder. So the object in the trick is to budget your heroes based on the difficulty. You got to be very careful about that. So I'm going to show you what I did. I screen captured the final wave of each stage, so you can see the bosses. And I also gave you my setup. Now, I was going into this blindly, without any guide. So I did not take the ideal colors. So do not necessarily copy my hero and my team, because they're probably not going to be the best. But I'll tell you how to get through this in its general way as I can, and detail as I go. This is level 1, the boss is Natalia. I started at the very bottom of my hero list, and I used 3 stars, unleveled, and a couple of them were a little bit leveled. I didn't get very far in that. It was sufficient enough to clear the first level. Keep in mind that I did not meet the requirement or the recommended team power of every level. I got within 400 at the most, below it, and sometimes slightly above it. But these aren't terribly difficult. The most difficult thing is managing each level and using the appropriate heroes in each level, because you're not going to be able to use them again. Level 1, Natalia is the boss. Level 2, Gravemaker is the boss. Level 2, Brienne was leveled to her 2nd or 3rd ascension. The rest were mostly unleveled, but having the 5-star blues and the defense buff with Magni was very helpful. And obviously blue is going to be the strong color here. Level 3, the bosses were Alice and what the heck is her name? Delilah. Not incredibly difficult. I did the same thing. Again, you don't want to use your strongest heroes. You want to use just enough firepower. I like to bring the strong color. I like to roll 3-2 when possible. And when you get to this point, you probably want to start considering bringing either a healer or making use of your items. In fact, making use of your items, I think, is about 30% of this strategy, because your items are going to help make up for the lack of team power you might have. Next stage is Natalia, and the hero that I killed on the left before I took the screenshot, I believe was Alice, and you can tell by the mana debuff on Hawkmoon in the bottom right. This was an unleveled Morgana, or semi, maybe the first level, I don't remember. Hawkmoon might have been max. I think Hawkmoon was max in this case. Magni was semi-leveled. Richard was a tiny bit leveled, and Almer, I believe, was max. I don't remember. He was either unleveled or max. I don't recall. Anyway, strong colors again here. If Alice were the other hero, which I believe she was, would have been blue and green. Next stage, we have 3 bosses: Gravemaker, Natalia, and Aaron. This was a little bit different. Again, I had to pick through the heroes that I didn't have very much of. I had to make teams that I don't normally have to make, which was challenging and fun. But it presented a challenge sometimes. Remember to bring items to make up for what you don't have in your team. So that's the bosses for this level. Next level, this is where things start to get a little more difficult. Bringing your items is a pretty wise thing to do. At some point, you're going to want to consider bringing time stops. I did not get there yet. Some of these levels, they start hitting your heroes very, very hard. Keep that into consideration. Obviously, you faced these heroes before. Some of them take time. You gotta burn them down. Remember, burn the edges first. Kill healers if you can. In this setup, both Gormek and Scarlet were max. Merlin was max. Demisha was on her 3rd ascension, and Gafar was on his 3rd ascension. Next level, Natalia, Delilah, and Aaron. It's starting to get pretty difficult. You want to make sure you bring appropriate items to spot heal. Time stop if you need them. Remember, that can wipe the mana out of the entire team. Boral and Kirill, I believe this Kirill is not max. Might be on his 2nd ascension. Everyone else was maxed. Next level, Gravemaker, Zaylene, and Alice. Again, I went into this blindly like all my fights. And I just took the best setup that I could think of for the time and the lowest minimum heroes, so I could conserve all my heroes for the duration of the quest. I brought 3 yellows, 2 blues. All of these characters are max. But notice none of them are... They're all 4-star except Drake, and I lied. Drake is not quite maxed. He's on his final ascension, and he's like level 67. But here we have Gravemaker, Zaylene, and Alice. In this, what I would recommend bringing to every fight from about stage 5 forward is antidotes, because you're going to need them. In this stage, I believe the hero on the right was Aaron, if I remember correctly, because I believe that's the reason I brought Melindor. Because I think I wanted to... No, I don't know the reason I brought Melindor, because I went into this blindly. But I do remember, I do believe that was Aaron. If it wasn't Aaron, it was Natalia on the right. Either way, I killed them pretty easily. This stage can be difficult. They all get harder. But at this point, I'm using my stronger heroes. So all of these heroes here are maxed, and Melindor is costumed. Next stage. And this is the final stage. I was able to configure my heroes in a way, levels 1 through 9, that allowed me to keep my favorite setup of 3 healers for the final stage. I was able to bring Melindor, not Melindor, man, I can't think today, Regard, to cure the detrimentals off my team and heal, Bold Tusk to spot heal and increase attack damage, and Red Hood to keep her Fox minions on at all times. This was a very long fight. This was the final stage. I killed Zaylene first. That's just how the tiles were aligning for me, plus she's green, and I had 3 red heroes. This fight ended up taking me 10 to 15 minutes because I went into this blindly. I did not know what colors were ideal. But I did get through it. Bring time stops, bring antidotes, and bring potions.